Welcome back to Fourth and Three Dudes, episode 29. Needed to get this thing started because Cord was saying way too many good things before we actually hit the record button. But I am Chris Nama coming to you from here in lovely Peachtree Corners, Georgia. Gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
My name is Christopher Burnett. Somebody that people call me Bernie Dog, Bernie, some other names we can't mention. And I'm in St. Mary's, Georgia.
I'm Cord, and I am a Division I orange belt in mathematics.
Orange belt in mathematics.
And I'll prove it to you halfway through the show.
Okay.
Can't wait.
As long as we wait till halfway through. So, I mean,
it's week.
What?
It's week.
We're getting our Nielsen ratings up.
We got
to. All right. Well,
we got 2 listeners this week.
Maybe 3. You never know. I mean, again, when the Wrangler came on, our numbers started going through the roof. So
that's because of his tight jeans.
He shared it with his Sunday school class.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am drinking the Bold Monk The Way. It's a triple. Hopefully, I can make it through this broadcast, but I don't think I'm quite as far in as Cord already is. But what y'all drinking? Oh Lord!
Maker's Mark and ginger ale. And water.
Yeah, we owe you a bottle or 2.
I have a Bordeaux from Trader Joe.
Joe. Glass
nice.
number.
Cinco?
That's the first glass.
No.
I haven't broken any.
That's not what you said in the green room. But all right.
Big news.
Very well. All right. Well, the biggest news from this past weekend was the Fourth and Three Dudes show trip to Casa de Bernie down in lovely St. Mary's, Georgia.
That's right.
That was a good time for sure. Meg and Cord came over to the house and we loaded up a swagger wagon and headed on down to St. Mary's where we met up with the Burnett's and their daughter Ainsley was there. That was a great surprise. Great to see her too. But man, first of all, thank you again, Bernie, for hosting and putting up with all the shenanigans. But
thanks for coming in hot. I mean, that was a great time from start to finish.
Still waiting for the damage deposit back. We didn't break anything.
Yeah, but say I've already talked it through with my lawyers, and we're just going to let everything go. But Christine is actually recovering pretty well after her accident. But anyway, it wasn't a bad accident. It's okay, people. Don't everybody start worrying about that. But
there's no GoFundMe. I mean, it's okay.
No, but
that's what we got sponsors for.
So yeah, this was. I mean, I haven't been down to Jacksonville for the Georgia-Florida game in quite a few years. So it was nice to get back down there. Special shout out to the Thomases for being able to help us get a parking pass for the game. We parked in lot S. I mean, again, Lamar Jackson. I didn't know that he was down there doing some early work on a Saturday, but
hey, he played on Thursday, and I think that was a great spot right there on the river next to the USS Orlick.
Yeah, it ended up not mattering. So for the listener, we tried to park so we were aimed toward the gate because the experience in Jacksonville is after the game, you wait 2 hours to get out of the lot. And it turned out being a non-factor because we got out pretty easily. But he kicked us out of that spot and made us go all the way down to the river. So anyway, it worked out great. It was a great view. And we saw the USS
Orlick, the vacuum cleaner.
Orlick, yeah.
It's almost the vacuum cleaner, but anyway.
Yeah. On the Naval Museum, right on the St. Johns River.
Yeah, yep. The Nightmare of Korea, wasn't it? Is that what it said?
Yeah.
It's Korean something buster or whatever, but anyway.
Don't tell Young.
Yeah, Young. Sorry, man. It wasn't our boat, but anyway. But yeah, so and then from there we made the trip over to the fairgrounds and met up with Matt Doherty and Justin and Matt Tanner and all that group over there. I definitely hadn't seen them in a long time. So Tanner, of course, was going to come on the podcast a week or 2 ago. Wasn't able to do it with the whole well digging thing, but we did talk to him, and then potentially another very special guest we hopefully can get on in the future. But that should come up in a couple of weeks. So just wait with bated breath for that one. It'll be really interesting. So, But yeah, then with the game, got into the game, and goodness gracious, how was it getting to your seats, boys?
I was a Sherpa.
Yeah, I was pushing Bernie up the hill.
So yeah, the two of us had tickets way up top. The ladies and Nama and Christine had seats down below, and we climbed probably 600,000 and three stairs to get up, and then all of a sudden we were leaving at the end, and there's ramps. Why couldn't we find these before? Anyway, so yeah, all of our legs were burning on Monday. They were pretty sore.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. But yeah. All right. Well,
great seats though. We had a great view.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's good because y'all were close to the 40-yard line or whatever up there.
Yeah, right midfield.
Yeah. So that's where my seats were too.
Definitely wasn't crowded up there. We had a lot of fresh air. We're right next to the sun.
A lot of Gator fans. Some Bobo haters. Had some weird guys that they were silent the whole game until a kick. And then if Florida was kicking a punt or a place kick, they would start screaming, bad snap, over his head. And I just thought that was kind of weird that that's what their go-to was. And Florida did have one high snap on a field goal, but it didn't become a factor, unfortunately.
Yeah, and one of our listeners that listens all the time wanted to make sure or see what Cord thought about the split of the people in the game, since you had talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you asked. It was split exactly 50-50 as far as the red and the blue, but on the blue side, it looked like there was about 20% red dots in there. So it actually looked more, like 65-70%, as far as on the red side, it looked all red. So, and, where did Gene Short Cousin Bill's tickets go?
He didn't come. He didn't come. Yeah. No, I mean, that's one of the things she talked about as well, that it looked like there was probably more empty seats in that game than there have been in a long time, especially up in some of the upper deck areas. But
it still was a typical Georgia-Florida game, and we had a smattering of Florida fans around us. I'm sure, pretty much everybody did, but it was
we had a mixed marriage.
Pretty good split. We had what? Oh yeah, we did have a mixed marriage. Yeah.
And the offspring, he went the wrong way.
Yeah, he didn't go with Dad like he should have. He went with Mom.
Goodness gracious. All right, but it was a good time. We did get back out of there, and oddly enough, y'all beat us back to the car because of your journey when you found the ramps. We were able to get back out, but
we weren't goofing around.
And then
we knew what was going to happen.
We sat together in the stands, and we sat together in the back seat of that swagger wagon, and that was way too much time with Cord. He has a Lane Kiffin man crush, but his had a fascination with wiener juice. I mean, who cooks hot dogs in water anymore? And then he has a fascination with wiener rollers. Thanks for the picture.
That was all because of a meme that I showed you.
The gas station wiener rollers, and then he, y'all can't hear us up in the front. I mean, he's pulling out statistics of how many wieners rollers see in their lifetime. And I'm like, can Christine please step on it?
Mathletes do for fun.
Oh my goodness. Is that what that was?
500,000 per machine.
I was sad that he had a second quarter nap. And
yeah, because then I got fired up and I was ready to do some more math.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, I've lost my mojo as a good conversationalist, I guess, because Cord fell asleep in the second quarter, and then Saturday night,
boring.
Had a nightcap, and Nama fell asleep on me, sitting on the sofa. So
hey, that was late. That was late.
Yeah.
It was.
I said that. There was.
I know, but it's not like.
But not like the Bernie and Judge of Bunny. Apparently,
I was jealous.
No, it's like I told Christine, I finally had to come to bed. I think Bernie started flicking the lights on and off, so I'd wake up and like, oh, gotta go. But yeah, when we had pulled cord out, he had already brushed his teeth and was in his kerchief and nightcap.
Well, I was trying to watch my Beaver game because you guys didn't have it on.
Well, the CW didn't
Beavers
come
rushed
in
the
on.
field. That's a huge. Oh wait, I'll wait. I'll save that.
Wait for that. No, we'll get to that in just a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yes, I did. And then next day we had brunch with Grammy and Frank. That was great to see them as well. So
Yeah.
but then we made the trip back to Atlanta. Got back safe. Of course, ran into a rainstorm once we got almost all the way back. But I won't. I'm not gonna. Or Christine will not drive in the dark again. So made that
Again.
mistake.
She did tonight.
Well, not on a road trip.
Oh, okay. With cord in the back seat.
No, I was yeah, but say I definitely needed to have taken over apparently. So it's all good. But all right, we made it through that. So speaking of making it through the weekend, how about them Pac-12 champions?
2 of the Pac-12 champs. Yeah, Rose Bowl. Here we come, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't. You know what? I did not think that they could beat Wazzu. That was something else. I mean, even though I chose against them and I chose Wazzu to cover, that makes I win either way. If Wazzu wins, I win. If the Beavers win, I'm even happier. It's like, betting on the Ducks. They lose, I'm happy. If they win, I make money. But
That's all good and everything, but kids at home, don't bet against your own team. Come on.
You know what?
Have a little faith.
Math doesn't care about your feelings.
He's a mathlete. He can't help but
He
follow
has
the
an
numbers.
orange belt.
Orange.
Yeah, so doing a little math here, Ole Miss beat Wazzu by 3 points, ranked number 6. Virginia, ranked number 11 or 12, beat Wazzu by 2. Oregon State beat Wazzu by 3. So we should be right between like Notre Dame in the playoffs as far as math is concerned. If everything's on fair on paper, no. Let me hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got thoughts, but it's about the entire body of work, my friend.
No. It's all about math.
This is math.
Okay, regardless, you know what? We'll take the Rose Bowl against the Big Ten champ, sham conference, and just bring it on, just like the old days. But yeah, I was hoping to see that game on the way home. But man, YouTube TV. What is the deal with them and Disney fighting? I mean, we were blackout in our mobile studio in the Swagger Wagon.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get any access to them, but from what I saw, Beavers were down 7-3 at half, and then they came back 10 minutes left in the fourth. Hankerson scored a 1-yard touchdown. He had like 132 yards rushing. 2 minutes left in the game. Wazzu had a chance to tie it with a 32-yard field goal and went wide right. The team went off freaking out. So it was a good day. But yeah, so as soon as I got home, I switched from YouTube TV to Hulu.
Make the switch.
Is a lot better interface, and they're official sponsor of the NCAA as well as 4th and 3 Dudes. And if you go online to hulu.com and mention 4th and 3 Dudes, you'll get 30% off for the next 3 months. No?
30% off of your initial $1 investment.
No, it's $65 a month. It's cheaper than the $83 plus the Disney Plus package. So
for 3 months, yeah.
For 3 months.
For 3 months. So go ahead, Cousin Kate. Fire away. But yeah, so Beavers won 2 in a row. We're looking for number 3 against the juggernaut, the Sam Houston Bearcats. And we are 20.5-point favorites at home.
There you go. Man, a
Talk
3-game win streak.
The best value team. Instead of paying $135 for nosebleed seats for Georgia, Florida, you can buy a ticket for $6 at the Tulsa Oregon State game in 2 weeks.
Goodness gracious. Yeah.
The whole family can go.
For the less than the cost of a hot dog.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, good game.
Don't mention hot dog, Nama.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
The trigger word.
Corey Johnson, he got hurt in the third quarter. Malik came in the fourth quarter, closed the deal, and everyone's happy. So bring on the Sam Houston Burketts.
There you go. All right, and then
The brawl for it all.
The brawl for it all. I mean, but now, I mean, again.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Bring on UMass. We'll play them too.
They've taken off. They need to make sure they play in a consolation bowl or something. But all right, and then now the Georgia and Florida game. Holy smokes. We seem to try to want to make every game way more interesting than it needs to be, but at least it turned out the way we wanted to in the end with the final scoreboard.
It did.
So, I mean, what were your big takeaways from the game, Bernie?
So the secondary had moments of struggle, to say the least, but I think overall the defense did a good job. I think Ball, their running back, had a good game and had some great runs. Lightweight looked pretty good. I think it's the same offensive scheme, but he just seemed a little more comfortable, able to make decisions. So on our side of the ball, I think I'll go back to the tight ends. I think they continue to get better each week. Delp had a hell of a game blocking and receiving, and catching the ball and in space. But I mean that Chauncey Bowen's run to kind of get the first down as we were trying to wind down the clock. He took that receiver and just, that defensive back and just kind of railed her into the sideline.
You're talking about Delp, right?
Delp, yeah. The refs kind of eared the game, and that was unfortunate. I think they made some right calls at the end, especially with that long pass. It shouldn't have been that close. But Gunner just continues to, had his moment. You talk about Heisman moments. I talk about Gunner moments. And that moment where he kneeled, we saw it in Auburn. The coach has kind of gone to him about not taking the knee when he probably should have, but they had some time to kind of remind him about that, probably on the sideline going into that play. But taking that knee and kind of looking to the Florida players and then putting the knee down, that's an epic cocktail party moment right there, and I'm here for it. So I thought it was another hard fought game in Jacksonville, and that'll be the last one for a couple of years, and I can't wait to see the next one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go.
Seems like the smart thing to do is taking the knee at the 1 yard line when you're ahead to burn another 30 seconds, or to have the other team burn a timeout instead of scoring, giving the ball to the other team, and they can make it.
Look, we'll talk about locks of the week in a minute, but I had Georgia -7. So that would have covered me, and I would have been.
Kirby never covers.
That would have been the only one that won. But you take a knee, you win the ball game with the ball in your hand, and they don't get it back.
And there was another team that did that. The running back ran down, and he was about to score, and he was looking for the sideline, and then
fell down to the half-yard line. It looked like he actually rolled.
It looked like he almost slipped in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think one of the things that I didn't notice, and I still got to go back and look at the replay of it, they said that when Gunner looked back, actually, I think Delp was the one that had the seal block on the side. They said Delp dropped down to a knee before Gunner did. So he was
and they're roommates, so they were in sync. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could see if it's Georgia, Florida, and you're a Georgia fan, you want to be 77-0.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You do, but again, it's one of those games where with everything that's going on with our defense, with the lack of continuity, the fact that they just come together, it's seemingly at the end of the fourth quarter multiple times. The fact that you get through, you have the faith in them that they're going to be able to come up with a play at the end, and it's just win and move on right now. There's, so much stuff that we've obviously talked about ad nauseum in past weeks where it's just not the same as it used to be for a lot of teams. So you get the win, you do enough on defense. Florida definitely had some chances. Holy smokes, that ball that, again, everybody in the stadium, the first replay they showed, it looked like he did make that catch. And then The other one, it definitely looked like it bounced in between. But
Yeah, that was
I mean,
a game.
if he had thrown that ball anywhere where he should have, I mean, that guy would have walked in for the touchdown. So being 15 yards behind every defender. So, I mean, we still got a lot of things to take care of. And of course, I mean, with KJ being out at that point for the targeting. So luckily he was just out that game because it happened in the second quarter. So having him back but yeah, just Branch keeps doing amazing things. I think he had 10 catches for about 110 yards or something like that. So
He's your MVP.
He's just doing all the little things, gets the ball in his hand but yeah.
And going back to Bold being out, the Branch brothers got to play in the same game. Well, I guess Zion has played in a couple games, but that was a significant game that they both made. Zion hadn't had a lot of snaps, so he definitely missed KJ. But that was kind of neat to see. I saw Zion in on a couple plays. So, but yeah, I mean, it's funny that in the stadium, we all 6 of us came home, and then Matt Doherty came over. So there's 7 of us in the stadium that were in our house thinking that that was not targeting. And Ainsley watched it on TV, and she said,
"Right,
no, y'all are all wrong. It was targeting." And then we watched it on TV, and it's pretty clear. Yeah. So and just like, and conversely, in the stadium, there's one angle of that non-catch for Florida at the end when he was so open, like you said, Nama, he should have walked in if he put some air into that. But one angle in the stadium clearly showed the ball bouncing, and they didn't show that one again. They only showed the ones that was in. Yeah, obviously the refs got a better angle, that good angle to uphold the call. So, yeah.
Yep.
You ever think the SEC is going to allow the people at home to listen in on the back and forth like the ACC does?
I'm not confident on that. I mean, I just think, I think that's an off-season topic about referees. I've kind of mentioned that before. That why don't we, give them a little bit more and make it a little more accountable,
transparent.
I think we're transparency, and starting to see that a little bit with like the ACC, like Cord mentioned. But there's some other things that we can do, or the NCAA can do, and conferences can do to, coaches are fined if they complain, and if refs don't do their job and impact the game in any way, then there should be consequences for that. So it needs to be reciprocal.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the Dabo presser.
Woo. Yeah.
Well, he had that this weekend. He had reason for that. I think they got kind of screwed, but they shouldn't have been in that position to begin with.
Yeah.
You only get 10 complaints per game.
But to your point, or your question, Cord, I mean, whether the SEC will, I mean, there's no other conference besides the ACC. So there's a whole bunch of conferences that aren't opening up that can of worms yet, or not looking to do it. So
that's the only thing I like about the ACC.
Yep.
Sham conference.
Oh, we did have some injuries though. So I mean, looks like, I think from most of what I've seen, Jordan Halls was
he's
the worst.
Listed as questionable.
Yeah, so I mean, out. From Kirby's press conference, I thought earlier in the week he's out for significant time.
I was wrong. He's out. Yeah, you're right, Nama. He's out.
He's out for at least a few weeks. I didn't hear what the injury actually was or whatever.
His knee.
Was it his knee? But yeah, I think most of the other injuries, I think they said that they were not as severe as they initially thought. So I think Chris Cole and who was the other?
Yeah, all the other ones are listed as they're not listed for this. The initial report, it comes out tonight. So
and then you got KJ out the first half.
We just
talked about that.
Yeah, he went out in the second quarter, so he just misses that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He missed the first half, right?
He missed the part of the first half. If you miss 1 minute of the first half and then the second half, you're done.
He's eligible. Yeah.
The whole game?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so he'll start.
We got to send you to along with the referees to rules school.
I'm out.
What you need a timeout for? Oh no, anyway.
I understand what's going on here.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll talk a little bit of Mississippi State game in a couple minutes, but
well, shoot, that's what you need to do. is to do all your targeting calls in the last minute of the first half.
Well, yeah.
You'd be a great
one way.
coach.
Oh my
That's one
gosh.
way.
Such a
You'd
mad
interview-
That's when you send Chad Powers in to go ahead and do that, which is what I saw on the I guess the bottom 10 or whatever that Ryan McGee does for ESPN. He said that was his thing when he talked about he dropped Georgia Tech after their loss, double-digit loss to NC State, down into the bottom 10. And he said, yeah, it looked like a bunch of Chad Powers wannabes got on the NC State defense to be able to hold down Georgia Tech because, I mean, Virginia has that loss against them, but at least it was by single digits. But the bigger loss, I mean, Georgia Tech got punished for that.
Yeah.
In the standings, but I don't know. I didn't really get to see many other games from this weekend. Did y'all have any that you wanted to talk about, or?
Not that I can think of. We watched some Saturday night, but yeah, we didn't really see a whole lot, so we probably.
Well, Hulu was new and Casa de Bernie, so we were flipping around pretty quick. But
yeah.
Ole Miss survived South Carolina at home.
Yep. They did. That was looking like at first South Carolina might have a chance, but then
speaking of Mississippi State, they got their first SEC win under the Jeff Lebby era. So against Arkansas. So we can lead up with that. But I think Ole Miss covering was big. Tennessee lost. That was great. Clemson lost to Duke, and a lot of orange teams lost.
Except for the Beavers.
Except for the Beavers. So
and Vandy went down to Texas. Tag nabbit.
Yes. Texas looks good again right before they start to plan their trip to Georgia. So here we go. We got to take care of some Bulldogs and then come home and defend against some Longhorns. It'll be a tough stretch.
And then Tech.
And then Tech. Well, yeah. With a cupcake in there. So
Charleston Southern, a sandwich in between.
Yeah, your scout team in.
Yep. All right. Well, let's go ahead, since we talked about them a little bit, just go ahead and give us our wrap up on the locks of the week there, Bernie.
Okay. So we all lost, as I mentioned. So I had you're not getting a half point. I had Georgia -7. I lost. Nama had Vandy +2.5. He lost barely. And Cord again picks against his team and takes Wazzu -3.5. And
go Beavs.
We have some Beaver coaching staff and some players that listen. Thank you, boys, because y'all held your own and overcame being underdogs. Let's see. Yeah, underdogs at home dog. So
I think their whole season turned when Nama and I got let on the field at App State.
I know, but now we're not going to give that opportunity again since you've turned on them. Turned on them on the YouTube.
Worst case, we can be judges of the Honey Boo Boo convention there.
We can only hope. We can only hope.
Sorry, I didn't give the records. So Nam and I are both 4-5-1. Cord falls to 3-6-1, and our guest hosts remain 1-3. Thank you, Wrangler.
Oh, I know that. Cocoa Bernie. That's good stuff.
It is. It is. All right. Well,
one of the best beers ever.
It is. Our version of it was quite good.
I think Cocoa Bernie is better than Cocoa Bunny.
It was.
It's not Cocoa Bernie. It's King Kamehameha.
We need to ditch that name and change it.
So for our listeners, Beaver Dog Brews, how we all three started, listener, and we tried to clone the Cocoa Bunny from Creatures Comforts, made it King Kamehameha.
Mm-hmm.
And Cord and Nama still brew. If you would like some beer at your next event, a tailgate maybe for Texas, I don't know. Hit them up.
They won't be ready by then.
We need a 5-week lead time.
Texas in 2029 in Austin.
Go to our Facebook page and place your order.
Yep. Oh, so other big news this week: the first college football rankings of the season of the year came out. So Georgia was number 5 in those, just as most people predicted, with the top 5 staying there. Did y'all look at those much, or?
I
A
did.
little bit.
So what's going to happen with the SEC championship and the Big Ten championship with the top 4?
What do you think that they're going to be the top 4?
So Alabama, Texas A&M,
Hmm.
and Ohio State and Indiana are going to play.
Right.
So if they both play each other, they're going to stay in the top 4.
And that's the whole thing. Probably not. So
I mean, I think if they're all
shouldn't
close
have.
games, then probably within a field goal. But if someone gets drubbed, I think they'll probably move down to the first round, and Georgia or Ole Miss or someone there. And again, I don't think BYU and Texas Tech are they're playing each other this week.
Right. That'll
Right.
change.
It's going to be a lot of changes, and I think the big thing to look at this early is how many teams do we think make it from each conference. And I think the SEC is set up for 3 teams, and so it becomes that question of, is it better for your team to miss the SEC championship game and not playing it? Because like Cord said, if you go in one loss and you get drubbed, you may not make it in. Or maybe somebody jumps over you. So,
Yeah. That's what they said they don't want to have, or they say they won't let that happen, but they will. So don't try not to leave things to chance, but yeah, because I mean it's going to be tough especially if you're a 2-loss team or something. I think you still have a good chance to be in the top 12, but yeah.
I just want to always be in Atlanta first weekend of December, and I want to win that game because you win the SEC. Then you make your own plate and you eat from that plate, and you don't need to worry about. It'd be nice to have a home game in Sanford for the first round of playoffs, but that'd be pretty cool. But having a week off, I think, is good for the coaches and good for the players. So that's what the goal should be.
6 of these teams are going to play each other before it's all said and done.
Oh, that many? I didn't see. Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah, there's going to be. Those are definitely not going to be the ones that are there at the end because
and that's before conference championships. So, I mean, Georgia could play Texas A&M. I mean, there's all kinds of scenarios in each conference that could pit another, 2 teams against each other.
And it's going to be interesting.
Oregon State's probably going to replace Memphis. I don't even know what they're doing.
2 wins, buddy. 2 wins.
The math works.
That the 0-7 math did not work.
Strength of wins.
But it's not strength of wind.
Not
it's wins.
So fast, my friends.
Well, that's actually what I'd want to say about the whole thing too. Is I mean, I don't know. You go back and look at it last year. It's going to be interesting to see with this being the second year of the 12-team playoff. But I mean, the fact that not a single team that had a bye won when they had the byes. It was all the teams that came in that won the first round of games went ahead and won the second round.
That's why I think maybe the bye not unless you have injuries might not be as beneficial as staying on that plane train.
I mean, that's what it seemed. I mean, the teams that did it, they were able to get the momentum, keep it going, and ride that into or over the teams that had the byes. So it was. I mean, again, if it was just half of them, it's one way. But I mean, every one of the teams that had the byes losing. Again, it's going to be a little different this year because it was the conference champions that got the byes, besides the group of 5, or whatever that worked. But so now it's just going to be the highest 4 seeds. It's not going to be the conference champions necessarily. So that does switch it up a little bit as the way it's going to work out. But I thought that was a fairly significant thing from last year. So
yeah, definitely. For sure. I mean, because that last year was kind of a bit jacked up. So I think I'm not in favor of this expanded playoff. But I think that was a good correction.
Yeah. No, definitely. Definitely, I believe so. And I think Notre Dame is pretty much, unless something crazy happens, I think they've gotten themselves all the way back into this thing. So
Jesus.
Texas is the first team out, and they have a bye, and their next game is Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about wanting to get in the playoffs. Wow.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah, they need
motivator
that. They need that because if they get that third loss, yeah, they're done. They will be done. So, all right. Well, there'll be more of those coming out, and again, it's just way too early to read a whole lot into them, but it's always interesting to talk about. So, all right, this week. So, Oregon State, how big a favorite are they? You say?
20.5.
Wow. Wow. So that's at home again, right?
It
Against
is
Sam Houston.
Sam Houston. They're
hapless
still
Sam Houston
defeated.
Bearcats.
Bearcats.
All right. So hopefully, like you said, that's going to be their third win in a row.
Dude, if they went out, they're Rose Bowl bound. I'm telling you what, right now.
So do they have Wazoo right after Sam Houston then?
They have.
Oh, dude, what you done?
Whoa.
Get the camera fixed. I'm not sure
Dude,
what you
the sun came out. No, we got to go to Tulsa.
Oh, that's right.
We're going to be the Tulsa Kings the week after we
Nice.
beat Sam Houston.
All right.
And then, actually, to be honest, to be fair, since we play Wazoo twice, the game that we just crushed them by 3 points counts as a non-conference game.
Oh,
Ooh, the actual Pac-2 championship is in Pullman. After
y'all
things-
lose the coin toss?
When?
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, did y'all
Well,
lose the coin toss on that one?
We played. I don't know why it is.
Because you didn't play them twice last year.
We beat them last year with Mateer at home.
Oh,
You only played one time last year. You had the double dip this year.
Right. I mean, good thing we used our scout team.
Wait, so the game last year was in Pullman or in
It
Corvallis?
was. Yep.
Well, yeah, they
That
definitely
seems
shouldn't have made the one that counts back to back in
Yeah.
the same year.
Seems
Or
unfair.
Same. Oh well.
You know
Let's
what?
go ahead and write the Pac-2.
Beavers don't
Yep.
care. We're related to the Honey Badgers.
y'all might just find yourself outside of the bowl situation entirely.
I know, because we're going right to CFP.
Yeah, whatever.
Virginia had no business in there. Memphis, I don't even know why
Virginia
they're
has every reason to be in there.
No, Notre Dame always overrated.
Always.
Yeah. I mean, their two losses are by a total of 4 points to a team that's in the top three or top two, and then the other one was until they started letting their true Beck colors show. But
Hey, you know what? I'd rather be lucky than good, and there's no luck of the Irish.
yeah. All right, and then Georgia goes to Stark Vegas to play Mississippi State and has to have a noon kickoff in the Central Time Zone, so 11 a.m. Eastern. Whole bunch
Thank
of
God.
cowbells.
60,000 cowbells is what they're calling for.
Is that stadium even hold 60,000 people?
Yeah,
Or is
I've been there. I went there in 05, and it wasn't as dominant with the cowbells at that time, but it's just, Stark is a great word for that city. There's a water tower, and there's a Bible store, and there was a Zaxby's. Again, this was 20 years ago, but I think it has the potential to be a very high-scoring game. Their defense isn't very good, and their quarterback, Chapin, he could do some things against our secondary. So I expect them to pass a lot, and if we can force them 3 and outs and make it more comfortable. But yeah, I'm very glad it's an early kickoff, because at night, as Cord kind of alluded to, with all the noise in that stadium, it's not intimidating. It's just annoying.
It's just, mind-numbing.
Yeah, we played them at night the last time we were there a few years ago, and it was kind of close, but then it was like we just flipped a switch. But I think I'm kind of tipping my hand. I'm not going to take the lock of the week with the Dawgs, because it's I think it could be a very close game and high-scoring game. So kind of a wild card in my mind.
Yeah.
But
They
I do think we win.
They beat Arkansas by 3. They
Mhm.
lost
Yeah.
to Texas in overtime. They lost to Florida by 2.
Mm-hmm.
They lost
Florida
to
almost
Tennessee
came.
by 7. So I mean, they're 5-4. They're not.
Yeah, he hasn't playing very well this season. They
Yeah.
didn't do great his first 2 seasons, and I'm not a big fan of his. He's from the Browse coaching tree, and that's kind of sketchy. But they have
I
some
would hate to go
players,
play there.
and I think we'll see what they have. It's a good test for them. It's a good test for us on the road. So
Yeah, I mean, looking at statistically again with their defense too, they're much worse against the run. So hopefully Chauncey and Nate will be able to take advantage of that with mixing in some or the passing and Branch and getting out to him on the edges. So I mean, yeah, I think again, if our offense keeps doing what it has been doing against defenses that aren't quite as good, I mean, we should be able to do very well. I hope so.
and we're very good against the run. So if we can make them one dimensional and just kind of play back, defensively we are who we are. I mean, we're not, like I said before, we don't have the 5 stars and 4 stars stacked up on the sideline. So it's just a learning curve, and we have to roll with it until we get there and see where we get. So.
Man, they are looking to knock off someone big for their season, whether it's Georgia or Ole Miss or whoever else they had to play. Jesus.
Yep, it is. It is. So yeah, because we'll have the good games this weekend, but yeah, it's going to be. I mean, Texas A&M goes to Missouri. Got who else is the SEC? What's the night game?
The night game is Bama and LSU. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who's coaching that team at LSU? Is the governor coaching them? I mean,
I think so.
Yeah. Landry, Governor
he gets weekends off, so I think he's coaching them.
Morning, Governor.
Because Kelly's gone, the AD's gone, the president of the college is gone, the university is gone too. So
if you look at that,
the team might be gone.
He had a 10-win season, a 10-win season, a 9-win season, and now he's out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
He's an asshole.
What? Well, no. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think it's the fans. I think it's the expectations.
Yeah, exactly. And coupled with the fact that he only burdens bridges, and no love off there.
Yeah, he probably didn't have any fans in his corner. But I mean, look at Franklin and Penn State. He was in playoffs last year.
Yeah, semifinals.
Well, he's rung below Brian Kelly, in my opinion.
Bernie's never liked him. I still can't believe that he was at Penn State for 12 years.
Yeah.
I just didn't seem that it was that long ago that he left Vanderbilt. So that was the one of the surprising things about that for me. But he always was. He's perennially winning 9 to 10 games every year. It's kind of like the whole Mark Richt thing. He could never just win the big one, and then they got tired of it up there. But I mean, the whole thing, period, with this NIL, if you can't buy a team and turn them around, I mean, it's going to be worse and worse for coaches. And just we kind of alluded to it before as well. It's going to be interesting to see how these coaching contracts for all these people who come in, because 2 more. I mean, again, who got fired this week? It was Kelly and the Maryland coach. Oh no, Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze and the Maryland coach got let go this week. So it's up to 14, or at least coaching vacancies that are open. So are they going to be the big buyout center, or is that going to start going away? And because Hugh Freeze only lasted 2 years. They're not giving anybody time anymore to do anything. So
and he got his first buyout. He's always left the school. He got his first buyout. But going back to your comparison, Nama, with Franklin and Rick. Rick did win some big games.
Yeah.
He won some conference championships. Franklin, not so much. So he won no big games.
Right.
That's the reason he's out.
Yeah.
Including the playoffs last year. So
But Auburn, I mean, gosh, they've always been second fiddle to Alabama. And, Hugh Freeze with their 3 years. I mean, the best thing coming out of Alabama was Bo Jackson and the Tumors Lemonade. That's some good stuff. But I mean, Florida. What has Florida done lately? I mean, they're like the Vandy of yesteryear, and the Kentucky and the App State, where they come up and they'll surprise someone and they'll beat someone like Texas or something like that. But my goodness, in 2022, they lost to the Beavers, Las Vegas Bowl, 30-3.
That's kind of getting into deep water here, but this is a different game in 2025, and this is a time when Vanderbilt can be on the same level as Florida, can be on the same level as Texas. I mean, they almost beat Texas. So
that's my point. These
Texas had old money. I mean, what does Nashville have? But they got enough in there, and they can have a good run, and so it's a different atmosphere, different level of playing.
Yeah, these fans
program
expectations on these old big programs are just they're unrealistic.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change anytime soon, though. Because
my goodness, Ryan Day had to have armed security after he lost to Michigan last year, and then he won 4 games and won the national championship.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Is if he didn't win that game, would he?
What have you done for me lately?
That's ridiculous. I mean, why would you want to lose sleep and have one of those dumb jobs making $13 million a year? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, all right. Well, should we go ahead and get into what our locks of the week are going to be for this week then?
Who goes first?
Hopefully, not me. I got to look at the things.
All right, I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Cord, go ahead. Cord, put his fist down. You had a big dramatic buildup.
I got my Brian Kelly out. All right. I'm taking the Ducks over Iowa, 6.5 points. I don't think that Iowa has the line of scrimmage that can match Oregon, and then Oregon has the passing game and the running game. So I believe it's at Iowa. So I think they should win easily by 7.
Gotcha.
So you pick against your team last week.
No. I'm not picking against
the Beavers. Against your rival.
I'm rooting for the Beavers too, but I think Dan Lanning loves to run to score because he needs to get in the playoffs. So he's going to do everything he can to do that.
Okay.
Beavers are nicer and more sportsmanlike. They like to shake hands. They'll take a knee on the 1-yard line and not run up the score. Ducks, no way.
They haven't been able to run up the score very much this year. All right.
In my opinion.
Very well.
Which is true. All right, go ahead, Bernie.
So I do like Virginia, but they're back home from the West Coast, so I don't trust that line at 6.5. I like the Dogs, but like I said, could be a shootout, so 8.5 is too much. So I think I'm going to go Bama against a listless LSU. Bama's at home. It's a night game. They're -10. It's a lot of points. So, but I'm going to go with Bama -10.
A lot of those teams that lost their coaches come back the next week.
Yeah, but I mean, Florida had a week off. And something I didn't mention, I think it was in my notes, but Florida was well coached Saturday night or Saturday afternoon, and the players responded to that. So I'm not sure LSU.
Lagaway did a good job. I was impressed.
Yeah, and Ball. They had good game. Like I said, Lagaway made some good decisions. But despite Cord's objection to my pick, I'm going to go Bama -10.
Oh no, I love it. You pick Bama all you want.
What you got, Bama?
Roll Tide.
Let me see. I think I'm going to take Indiana over Penn State. I know they're giving up a good number of points, but speaking of teams,
what is it?
No, 14.
15.
Well, there we go. Here we go again. But anyway,
Cord was here in the green room. I checked the numbers.
It's 14.5 right now on ESPN. But we'll fine. We'll go with yours. But I mean, again, Signetti, all he does is run up the score. He still wants people to keep Googling him. So
he's a Midwest Dan Lanning.
I think, but he's doing a lot better than Dan Lanning is this year. That's for darn sure.
Got a better team, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I think Indiana. Sorry, Victor. I think Indiana's going to be able to cover that. Speaking of listless, I mean, Penn State It looked like they gave a little bit of a fight for a minute or so against Ohio State last week, but
Yeah, they're done.
yeah. So,
Good pick.
but all right, very well. Well, anything else before we wrap it up for the week?
I want to apologize to my favorite cousin Kate. I'm sure I offended her, but
Every week.
just in case I didn't, I'm sorry.
Just in
And
case
I
you
want to
didn't.
give a shout out to our ladies. Jennifer did a great job hosting.
She did.
Christine driving us back from Jacksonville. And then Meg, I complained at the beginning, having to spend all that time at Cord Saturday.
You complained about her coming?
She's married to him.
She's a saint.
No. Yeah. So
It was
yeah.
an arranged marriage.
Yeah. And shout out to Ainsley as well. You gave a shout out
Oh, yeah.
earlier, Nana. So
Poor
for
Ainsley.
being here. And, I signed up for Hulu TV late Friday, right before y'all got here. And her task was to get used to it on Saturday, flipping between channels and learn the interface. So
Yep.
I like the interface better.
I'm not sold yet.
No, and if you mention 4th and 3 dudes, you get 30% off. I mean, how could you lose?
Oh, no.
Plus, you can watch us on the big screen.
You can get us sued, Cord. You don't get us sued. This
What?
is your biggest. This is your biggest non-sponsor yet.
What are you talking about? I just got a 30% discount.
Right. Speaking of Ainsley, how did the
you did for signing up, but not us.
I mentioned 4th and 3 dudes.
how
Hey,
did
you know what? If they want to send me a letter, I'm going to frame it. Bring it on.
I'm going to mute you in a second, Cord.
Yeah.
So how did her playoff game go?
Oh, they're champs.
Nice.
Yeah, they won it.
Nice.
We
Nice.
texted her the next night and said they were champions. So,
Awesome.
for our listeners that didn't listen, but Ainsley had her flag football championship, and I think Monday night, and they won Georgia Southern's Armstrong campus. So I'm not surprised. It took them a half to realize that they had a good quarterback on the sideline
Half season.
or running routes. So, and she'd probably rather run routes or play defense. She loves to play safety. But anyway, yeah, they won.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Ainsley. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode of 4th and 3 Dudes. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll be back next week, hopefully talking about a couple of wins for the Dawgs and the Beavers. But until then, go Dawgs.
Go Dogs.
Go Beavers.